Live? Yep. All right, Big Man, welcome to the mid-show. We are joined in studio here. White Sox Dave is out. He's down in Austin, Texas with Sydney. And Danny's here. Chief's here. Ohio's Tate is here. He's going to join us today. And Nicky Smokes is somewhere.
I don't know where he went.
He's supposed to be joining us, too. So he'll be here at some point. Before we get into anything, we, of course, got to talk about our friends at Miller Lite. Great Miller Lite weekend this past weekend, boys.
Swimming in it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And the big draft's coming up. So what are we going to do with our picks? It's anyone's guess. I think I might know.
I know what I want to do.
It's a hunch.
Yeah. But obviously we've seen some wild selections over the year, but there's one selection that every football fan can share, and that's an ice-cold Miller Lite. The draft has definitely changed over the years, but Miller Lite is still the perfect beer for the draft. Miller Lite knows that beer lovers want their light beer to taste like beer. That's why they brew a light beer that's light on calories, not on taste, because what's the point of having a beer if you can't taste it?
You sprint to the podium to take Miller Lite.
Yes.
Every time. Just like the Bears should be doing, sprinting to the podium.
Exactly.
I think March Miller Lights are approaching top 3 months to have a Miller Lite very quickly.
Ooh,
arguably one.
Yeah.
And boat Miller Lights combined with that, like we did on Saturday, a Miller Lite can't get any better than on a boat in March.
Very strong. I had my green Miller Lights. Till kickoff comes around, enjoy the beer that tastes like the season. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/midshow. Or you could find some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. All right, welcome to the show. Everyone tweet the link. Tweet out the Rumble link. Tweet out the, let's get this going here.
Tweet it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or exit out. Say whatever you want. Nick, welcome, man. What happened?
Thank you.
Shit?
No, I actually have to shit as we speak.
Really?
So if you smell something disgusting, that's me farting, but I can hold it in long enough to make it through this show. It's not an emergency shit.
It's fine. Normally Dave sits there anyway, so we're used to it.
Yeah. No, but there's some really good cookies downstairs. I don't know who brought
Is
them.
that I see you got a little cookie on your mouth a little
Is
bit.
it?
Is that
Yeah,
cookie, though?
Is it
White
gone? Is
frosting.
it still there?
That's gone.
All right.
Just a little. Was it a black cookie?
No, it's like this sugar cookie with this purple frosting on it, and the combination is just unbelievable.
You want to go get a? You want to go catch a shit and then get us a cookie?
No, let's see how long you can hold it. Let's play the shot.
No, I don't have to shit that bad.
Oh,
you know,
all
like
right.
when you feel it, but it doesn't have to come out.
So it's not diarrhea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He made it seem like he was gonna explode. Well, yeah.
He was just warning us about farts.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Do you like being warned about the fart? I think I'd rather just smell it. Now
Well, I just didn't want it to be awkward if I ripped ass and you're like, bro, who the fuck ripped ass?
It definitely won't be awkward now.
No, well, not yet. You'll just know it's me.
You're just a stinky pile of shit.
Yeah.
Tate, how are you feeling over there?
Good. Doing the car wash today. I woke this waking up early and coming in early thing caught up to me today because Mincy was doing wake up with Mincy. And he's like, hey, you busy?
Oh, it's back?
It was back today.
Okay.
I said, yeah, dude, I'm busy. And he's like, all right, well, can I get you for about 5-10 minutes? Got me for about 20-25. So.
That's a typical Mincy conversation off camera, on camera.
You know, you made his week one week when you announced that you were doing the Chicago office on Wake Up Mincy.
That was when I first got my first taste of Mincy.
Yeah.
Can I just grab you for a second? And then we broke the biggest news coming. Was so thanks, man.
It was
Exclusive for Wake Up Mincy.
It was super endearing. It was like basically you found out LeBron was going to the Heat. Like when he's like, you hear what happened? Oh, Tate's coming to Chicago office. Like, it was like sick.
I remember where I was when LeBron came to Miami, and I remember exactly where I was when Tate said he was coming to Ohio.
Oh,
Wow.
Right here in the office.
About that.
And then you went on Mostly Sports, right, Tate?
Yeah, I was co-host today. That fired me up a little bit.
With who?
You promoting a new book or something?
No, Brandon had some anal glands or something.
Okay.
some issue.
Something like
oh,
Titus needed somebody. So
oh shit.
it was good.
He needs to just get a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
You ever get one?
Nah.
He's that age,
too.
isn't he?
not a medical.
You've had two? How
I've had-
old?
Oh,
I've had two.
Brandon. Yeah.
Brandon's that age. He's colonoscopy age, right?
Yeah, he needs a
Yeah.
finger up there.
What do they check for? Just like shit cancer?
Colon cancer,
Yeah, polyps.
polyps, like yeah.
Hey,
So
here's a good story for you. You know the free throw thing that we did here?
Yeah.
And I had to leave in the middle of the night to do it. I was supposed to have a colonoscopy in 2 days, but I had to cancel because I was shooting free throws in Chicago.
Oh really?
So
Why did that affect it? I thought you only need 24 hours between.
They scheduled it like far out in advance, and I was supposed to be like taking like, what do you have to?
Yeah, the
do some
fucking.
sort- and I was just
oh,
like, hey
shit.
guys, I don't know how long I'm going to be in Chicago. We could be shooting free throws for days, so
Dude.
I canceled it, and I have yet to reschedule my colonoscopy.
How old are you?
31.
Oh, you get.
You're not colonoscopy age.
I was gonna say.
Was having some issues.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well, let's
Tate
get-
takes big dumps.
let's
No,
get to
yeah,
know each other here.
It runs in my family, so I got one early, and then I had like a diverticulitis thing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you never heard of that?
Ah,
It's like a fucking, I don't know, it's problems with your intestine. So then I had a second one. They're
unpleasant, right?
well,
Can
the actual procedure itself is like whatever.
Can you rate the uncomfortability actually of just the finger going up there or whatever?
You're sleeping, dude.
Oh, so
Oh, you
why
don't
does
feel it at all?
everyone-
No, you're passed out.
You're out for a colonoscopy?
Oh,
Yes.
I think you might have just opted into anesthesia for a colonoscopy. I don't think that's normal.
No, that's very normal.
That's like the ongoing joke. It's like, oh, I'm dreading this colonoscopy. You got a finger in my butt. If everyone was
I
asleep
thought
for
a
it, why would they care?
colonoscopy
That's 'cause it's a
was
joke.
a fucking camera.
Yeah, or that too.
It
That's
is.
They put a camera up there and like,
Yeah.
around.
yeah, no. most
okay, well,
people are asleep.
what about afterwards?
Wait, I
Still
always thought
feeling
they
it?
just put the finger in there and like feel around with their finger.
That's how they do it in the movies.
A colonoscopy is not a
So do you
finger.
know if they put a finger in your ass?
What
or
are you
so-
talking
Yeah,
about?
they put a
They put a
camera.
finger in your ass or a
Colonoscopy,
camera in
they
your ass?
have like fiber optic wires.
It is 2024. We're not
Yeah.
sticking a finger up someone's ass to say if they have cancer.
Oh, I'm not as scared of the colonoscopy anymore. I
No,
always thought it was just
it's
like a guy
worse.
puts his finger
Oh, no,
in
no.
your ass and just like scoops around.
I assume so. I feel like I've talked about this on the show before, but when I was like, it was like summer between 8th grade and freshman year. I had some like terrible virus, and then it went away, but it settled in my lymph nodes. So they thought I might have had like some kind of cancer or something. So I was in the hospital for, I think, a week, something like that. And they made me drink a gallon of this orange dye that was disgusting to get a picture of what was going on inside my guts. And they couldn't. So then they're like, all right, that dye wasn't enough. So they had to go up my ass and spray like all this dye up my ass to get like the right.
They
picture.
cream pied your asshole.
Yeah. And like,
At least you're used to it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's true.
and then I shit for like an hour straight.
Did it feel good though, shitting?
No,
Is it liquid
no.
shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the worst part about a colonoscopy is you drink a couple things and then you just the floodgates open.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
bad. Bad news.
They flush you.
Better
out.
now?
I got to reschedule.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
I was hoping you just say yeah, it was better.
Well, the food here, listen, my biggest takeaway so far at Barstool, how much food is just lying around these places? at
There's a
all
lot
times?
here.
Problem.
You gotta trap yourself upstairs.
We just
Yeah.
They
got
don't
another
bring shit
email.
up here.
Donnie said fried rice if you want to come. I just
Saw
had a
that
chicken
email.
parm for lunch, so.
Yeah. There's a lot. The Nicky Smokes, he was team holiday party, and they turned into.
I was the only player on that whole team.
I voted.
And I'm just glad I was wrong.
I voted for holiday party just for chaos.
Did you?
Yeah, just.
I don't think it would have been that chaotic. I think it would have been boring.
What?
The holiday party.
No, just for like.
No, just
like
like the office would have revolted
Yes.
Oh,
if
like-
the holiday party would have
yeah.
won.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Did they run the numbers on that? Like that in my mind, how are those two
Equatable.
Yeah, they're not. Like
They
the
weren't
food
after
for a
you
month
checked
is
the numbers.
crazy.
Yeah, it was honestly.
So it's
I
way
was
more
never
expensive?
so wrong in my life about anything than that. I'm glad that everyone overruled me because that was by far the best month of my life, and it still continues.
The best month of his
It still
life
rolls over.
What was so great about that
January.
month? Free lunch.
was a January in Chicago.
It was amazing. It definitely helped with the seasonal depression too.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you have that?
Forward
I feel like that's something.
Yeah, it hit me hard.
Because you probably don't get it in Miami, right?
No,
Yeah.
Well, you do get a little bit in the summertime when it's 98 degrees out, and when you walk to your car, you're covered in sweat, and you go to put your seatbelt on, and like the metal part burns your arm because it's been soaking in the 98-degree sun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't call it depression. It's just uncomfortable. You know, your balls are sweating all day. It's just a miserable experience. But for Chicago, in January, we had that 1 week where it was -6 and then 20s, low teens, and I was just going through it.
That was it, though. Sometimes we have full winters like that.
Yeah, no, this winter has been great.
Yep.
I would run this winter back
I think we all would.
10 times out of 10.
well, your season. I mean, it's still cold there, but it's just,
In Ohio?
Yeah.
I think it's the best, right? Best of both worlds. You get all 4 seasons. Summers are really nice. Winters are cold, and you get snow on Christmas. So I'll say this: it's way not that it's cold now, but I can just tell from this wind that it's got to get cold.
It fucks you
someday.
up.
I've been walking.
Yeah,
to
you
work.
missed all the bad parts, though.
It fucks you up.
Yeah.
And you said food. I also love. Did you know Ohio's like the capital for fast food?
Really?
Yeah, they do like all their test trials there. That's why, like, if you ever talk to Nick spent some time in Columbus too.
Yeah.
And they like have like all the like every place will do like whatever Dairy Queen's
Yeah.
unveiling the bacon on a stick.
Wendy's is from Ohio.
Yeah, and
White
like
Castle's in Columbus.
Yeah, and that'll be there. It's always a test market. So like,
Damn.
We get to try all the new shit.
Has there
Yes.
been anything that you tried in Ohio that never made it to the other states?
Not that didn't make it to the other states thing, but like Wendy's, for example, you can go taste test new items and get paid to taste test new
Oh,
items.
wow.
And it's like, hey, that's not the worst way to make a couple bucks.
no, surveys were the best back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys ever do the my college job was when the doctors, like the soon-to-be doctors at Ohio State, had to test out like the testicle exams or whatever?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about, Tate. Please elaborate.
$85 an hour, Smokes.
Whoa.
to do what?
To go, so
To
you
do
go
a
in.
testicle
Have
test?
your ball fondled?
You know when you have to cough and be like,
Yeah.
you just go in and they line up the people that are like doing their practicals.
Hold on, wait.
You guys are getting paid for that?
volunteered to
Smokes,
get
it's not
in line.
volunteer. $85 an hour in
Okay,
college.
so you got paid $85 an hour to drop your pants and cough, and these doctors felt your balls.
Yeah.
What? You're
How many hours?
I mean, you would get, so they would always round up. So if you go 61 minutes, you're getting paid for 2 hours.
Oh,
How many
So-
coughs did you have to do?
I mean, there would be, what's a cohort? Like 24 people. You probably work for like 80 minutes and you get, $170 and bring them back in next semester. So
I donated blood for money in college.
I tried to do plasma once.
Yeah.
how is the plasma thing? I've always heard
They didn't let
people
me
say
in
that's-
because I didn't have my birth certificate.
Failed the drug exam.
I probably would have.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you did that. That's wild.
I mean, it was a great part-time job.
Just coughing and letting your nuts.
Like, how many times are they poking?
That's the thing is like 2-3 times like a semester. So only like 5 or 6 times a year.
How many
Stretch
students do
it
this?
through, though.
Probably like 30 kids per time.
Did you ever
Really?
see any of the doctors after and they're like,
No.
say anything?
No. They're it's actually more enjoyable. This is kind of weird, but the girls are nervous. Like it's their first time doing it because everything they do is like virtual and online.
Yeah, yeah.
The dudes have seen balls before and they're just like, here you go. And you're like, good, good. Girls,
Oh yeah,
Does
I
it
feel like
hurt?
I'm way less shy in front of a dude doctor than a girl doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of get worried sometimes.
Yeah, way less shy.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Right or no?
I don't think I care. I really
Oh.
don't. No.
I feel like when you're a young teen, you care. You're like,
Yeah,
this girl's gonna
definitely
think
that.
I have a small dick.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Chief,
Then
when
you
you're
get
going
older.
pants down, you're cool with the girl option?
Yeah, I don't think I've had it in a while, but yeah, I don't think I care. I don't really care.
The
about
move
it.
is a guy.
What?
Yeah.
What about the assistant? The intern. Like, yeah, she's getting a couple credit hours from Miami of Ohio. She's
Depends
in
what she
here.
looks like. yeah.
That's the only way.
I want to get excited here.
Sometimes the assistant, I'm like, I don't know. Like, how? Like, is she
Have her
fucking
leave.
bound to HIPAA too? You know what I mean? Is she gonna go tell her friends?
In the corner. Like, what are you writing down?
Yeah, exactly. Is that your iPad?
And it's like that could be like a summer thing for them. They have all this information for the rest of their life about you.
Yeah.
So they might not even be bound.
That could be a blog.
You got to think about that now. Like, someone's going to be knowing Nicky Smokes balls, what's going on with them.
That's true.
Going to be asking the nurse intern for like her credentials and all that before he gets his balls checked.
Have you seen that movie Love and Other Drugs with Gyllenhaal? And Gyllenhaal and what's her, Anne Hathaway?
Love and Other Drugs?
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Let me hear about it.
She's got Parkinson's is the gist of the movie. But the opening scene, he's a drug rep, and the doctor's like, I got a patient coming in, throw this lab coat on. So he like pretended to be an intern, and she's got her tits are out in that. Anne Hathaway's tits, very underrated, we'll say.
Wow.
So her tits are out all over the place in that movie. And then she finds out that he's a drug rep, and she freaks out.
Damn.
But that exact scenario was in the movie.
I feel like there's a lot of boobs that have been underrated ever since Sydney Sweeney. Like, she brought boobs back, but I feel like we don't appreciate boobs like we used to.
There was that window where we didn't appreciate them. Now
Like,
It was like not cool. I remember people were saying like tits are for boys, asses are for men.
Yeah, like,
And I was like,
Ass made a really hot run.
yeah.
it's Kim K. She got fucked by Ray J and changed the whole game. Like in middle school,
You might be right about that. It does feel like that's when it turned.
it did, because in middle school we used to wear bracelets that said "I love boobies" on it, and then it just wasn't cool to love boobies anymore.
I
We
think
got
that
rid of
was
them.
probably for breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, but like
They were pink and
that, like that's what you would tell
ribbon on
your
it.
mom
Yeah.
when she asked you about it. But like deep down, we all know
You're
why
just
we were
making a
wearing-
statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, you
I don't
got-
know. I've heard people say this about Sweeney before. I feel like if you go on Instagram, who's that Emily Elizabeth? You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Danny
I'm
knows.
familiar.
All those, there's like a million girls that have just giant jams pouring out that have 1 million followers. Like,
Yeah.
guys, like, we're simple creatures.
Very.
They
simple.
boobs never left.
I do think that boobs could have been having their time a decade earlier if True Detective was not a miniseries that recreated every season. Like if Daddario, obviously you guys know
Great
Alexander
scene.
Daddario, yeah, if that was like, the same cast for 4 seasons, like Euphoria has done for Sydney Sweeney,
Yeah.
I think
Give us more.
I have
time to
another
appreciate
theory
it.
on
real
that.
sliding doors moment.
I have another theory that it was the 90s, Baywatch, Pam Anderson, like the fake tits got so out of control that society was like,
We've had enough.
we've had enough of that.
That's a great point.
And I think they had to scale back, and it became asses were the thing. And now it's like everyone's just in on big natural tits again.
Because it's pretty easy to get big fake tits.
Yeah, right.
They respect
Yeah.
that. Ass,
Right.
like, you're-
I'm not a
you're
fake
knowing.
work guy.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't respect the game.
No, yeah. Give me a pair of like high B's even before fake D's.
Definitely.
I agree.
Yep.
Hey, Lance. Lance.
Doing?
Not that I wasn't going to ask you about boobs. I was going to ask
I
you to
would
do
say
something
I
else.
I got Emily Elizabeth's Instagram pulled up right now. I could pull it up.
Boy.
Well, how about this? Hold on. Let's wait a second, Lance. Let's do something really fast here, because the thrill and excitement of March Mania is here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps, is giving new customers a shot to turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets with any college basketball bet. Tonight we got Virginia.
Yeah.
Me and Smokes, that's our bracket
You
bus.
guys are on Virginia.
Well, we have
What's the line at right now on
Defense
DraftKings?
travels.
we have the
baby.
winner. So we're
Oh,
okay
so you're
either way.
just you're going money line.
We're going my line,
regardless.
but we have if Colorado State wins, we pick
You
up
get them too.
them as well. But
Yeah.
So we can't lose tonight.
You can't. Yeah. Well,
But UVA was a 2.5 point dog
you
last time I looked.
2.5 point dog.
that's
I
not
don't even know that.
Smokes.
Yeah.
What is that? Malasek was out here acting like we were running through these
Nah,
teams.
I like being a low underdog, honestly, though.
So we have Wagner, obviously the 16 playing game. Wagner's +3 against Howard, and then there is that game, like you said. Hold on, they got all these.
We got Montana
team
State
ones
tomorrow.
and whatever.
That's our team.
Yes.
Dave and Sydney, both on my team, both in Texas right now.
Virginia's +2.5 against
Yeah.
Colorado State. So
Yep.
download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code MID. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code MID. The crown is yours. All right.
I love the crown.
Now you can pull up this Instagram, please.
Yeah, we need proof.
Let's see this rack.
Yes.
Oh,
what I mean?
God.
Nice.
Those weren't going away.
Who is this girl?
Oh yeah.
I'm shocked you don't know this girl, Smokes.
Who is she? Is she an actress or is she
She's
just this?
Instagram hot, 2.6 million followers because she's got giant
like,
tits.
Does that say NYC up there?
It does.
And you
I
know
might have
what?
changed the wrong.
Changing
I
office.
chose the
Yeah.
wrong office.
It's otherwise, Tate.
There's a lot of people that hate on girls like this, but I don't understand. If God took the time to make you look like that, you deserve all the benefits.
This is America.
Like,
That's
post
America,
your
right?
picture,
Yeah.
show your titties. You have an audience. Like, it's not going anywhere. It's
Yep.
been like that forever. Remember how good like beer commercials used to be back in the day?
Yeah.
When they'd have like the
When?
hot girls with the like it was just. We're
living in a
Relax.
better era now. That girl exists. She's probably making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year with 2.6 million followers. They democratize titties. Titties are for everyone.
Yes.
Everyone can make money on the internet with tits.
For the people.
Yeah.
Were you? So part of why we had you on, obviously, because we pre-gamed St. Patrick's Day with you last week. So now you had your experience. What's the review?
I think
Chicago
we need a St. Patrick's Day every 3 months.
Okay.
That's
Eddie told me you said that. How would that? What would that even look like?
okay. So the first one you have is St. Patrick's Day, which is March 17th. So the next one you would have is June. Now you can't make it June 17th because that day's already taken. So it would be June 18th. And just think about it. What do you do in June? The NBA Finals just wrapped up. The NFL season's kind of in a weird bind. And all you have is the dog days of baseball. So why not have a second St. Patrick's Day right in the middle of it? Give us something to look forward to. It starts the summer off, and then you go at it. Then the third St. Patrick's Day.
Are they all St. Patrick's Day?
Yes, part 1, part
Got to
2, part
dye
3,
the
part
river
4.
green, wear green all day.
All day.
It's all Irish all the time.
Let's make it like Hanukkah. There's like certain days of St. Patrick's
Yes.
Day. And arguably, can we put one before the original St. Patrick's Day?
No.
Why? That's when you need
The
it
first
more.
one has to stay the same.
All right, that's why I asked.
Okay, so the third one, in my opinion, would be the greatest holiday ever assembled in American history. September 17th. What do you have in September? NFL, college football. You have a St. Patrick's Day on a college football game day, and American history would be changed forever. Frat houses, college girls, sorority girls, even people that already graduated college, out of college. You have a game day with St. Patrick's Day. That is the greatest holiday in American history.
I think that's all you need, though. You got tailed.
Nope. December 17th. This is the last St. Patrick's Day of the year. You need this one because the holidays are around the corner. You know you're about to spend stupid amount of money on presents for everyone. You need just a day to get after it and just think about yourself. And that's what St. Patrick's Day Part 4 is about.
Can we make our counterpoints? I think I wildly disagree with each other date. Because it's basically just needing a reason to party, and you kind of have reasons to party during those times already.
Yeah, but they're not St. Patrick's Day.
So is it more the drinking for you, or like
It's
dressing
the
up in
vibe. It's
green?
the
You want
it's
everybody
the energy
out.
of the fucking city. Like, I went out this weekend and the whole city was on one team. It was like everyone supported the same NFL team for a whole day. Everyone in green. Everyone had the energy. Everyone was down to fucking drink till they couldn't move. The girls with the holiday spirit, they move differently. The other holidays don't compare to that shit. The closest one maybe is July 4th. And even then, July 4th doesn't sniff St. Patrick's
You got a
Day.
lot of people taking vacations on July 4th. It's not the same energy.
not the same.
It's not get in line for the bar at 9 a.m.
Exactly.
That's what you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good.
Yeah, but that's not going to work on a game day. Like, he's going to be wearing Ohio's.
Yeah, I'm out on the game day one.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. My agreement would be March. It could still be cold. It could still be around March. Like, we didn't need this. I'm just new to the city, but there was enough fun things going on this weekend with March Madness and everything that I didn't need that. I could get down with a June one. I do not need one on a college football Saturday. That's a holiday in itself.
Yeah.
And you're right. And I feel like everybody is, it's a little different here.
It's also
Are you in Columbus?
Yeah.
So I feel like every Saturday in Columbus is probably like that.
I was going to say, I woke up on St. Patrick's Day, and I will retract my initial statement that it wasn't that big of a deal. It ended up being a fucking circus.
Yeah.
I was wrong about that.
Okay.
But also, St. Patrick's Day is basically an Ohio State football game day, except everyone wears green instead of red.
Yeah.
So, like, when you say, like, hey, it would make a college football Saturday even better, there's not much better than a college football Saturday, in my opinion.
In a college town.
Yeah. Chicago is like the Big Ten capital, I feel like. And that is one of my favorite things if you're going around the city and it's like you just see people out in their colors. You drive by an eye. You don't even have to know it's affiliated, but you just see like, oh, there goes all the yellow and black people. There goes all the red and white people. Everyone's got their spots, but it's not the way it is like Smokes is saying, where we're all out.
We're all on one team.
Yeah.
I like
and it's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah. Did you bop around a little bit, or did you?
Yeah, I bopped around like crazy. I'm not going to lie. My favorite part of St. Patrick's Day was it was 8 a.m., and we were all at my friend's apartment. He lives in River North, so through his apartment, you could see the river being dyed.
Cool.
And we just had like 40 people in there, and we're all just getting after it. And I thought that was the best part. You know, I'm with the people I like. I'm seeing the river being dyed. I'm hearing the music I liked. I don't have to like hold my piss in because I'm standing by this lake. I had the bathrooms. Like everything was just perfect and right there and available. So we started.
Your love for Chicago is like warming my heart.
This is
I
like
love this.
It's like they have St. Patrick's Day everywhere.
Yeah, but nothing compared to St. Patrick's Day.
I had to make a business decision this St. Patrick's Day with Smokes. So I'm trying to meet all my coworkers one by one, go out to dinner, talk to them, blog about it. Smokes would be a funny one. Smokes is like, hey, why don't we do St. Patrick's Day together? You can blog about it. He goes, you probably won't remember it. You probably won't remember how to write afterwards. But wouldn't that be a good, first experience with Smokes? I turned him down. We're gonna do something else.
I'm gonna take him to John Boy. I'm Dante's club.
I think that's more your club than Dante's club.
Yeah, it is, honestly. I'm in there so much, it's ridiculous.
You should have a couple points at that club for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Do you have
sure.
a table yet? Do you have a menu item named after you or anything?
I'm gonna ask him about that. He's
Yeah.
downstairs. I should have something on there.
Yeah.
Like the smoke.
Yeah.
Like
What
give
would
me
it
the
be?
smoke.
What would you want?
Ooh, probably just like a nice little vodka Red Bull, sugar free.
That's perfect.
That's
smoked
perfect.
something.
That's
Some
perfect.
Smoked something.
Yeah.
No, vodka Red Bull is exactly. That's like
yeah.
the.
All right.
What about a
Great.
smoked vodka Red Bull?
Yes.
Little steam coming off the top.
I'm pitching that to Dante right now.
I'm sure that'll go over well.
I think it will.
Yeah.
A smoky drink is kind of crazy. Like, you ever have one of those?
Yeah.
Like,
They
But I
have
feel
them
like-
at John Boy already.
they have smoked
They
drinks?
take a flamethrower and they'll torch a marshmallow right in front of you for your espresso martini.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
While
nice.
while like everyone's partying and getting after it.
I believe there's a brand of moonshine called Old Smoky.
Yeah, there
Play
is,
off
but
that.
no free ads.
They got Ned Flanders fucking
Ned
roasting
Flanders.
marshmallows on it?
Yeah, it's honestly great. That should be another thing. Next time you guys do the YouTube video discovering what's the area code
773. Yeah.
773. You should let me take you guys out.
I'm in for that.
I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. The town that I've lived in my whole life showed to me by Nicky Smokes.
Someone who's lived
through young
Like,
eyes.
through my eyes?
Yeah, through young eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're not leaving Randolph Street.
Right here.
It's like, oh shit, there's nothing else in this city. Nope, this is it. It's like,
One
oh,
block. Yeah.
I would have to like retrain my brain.
Yep.
I love discovering Chicago though. There's so much to it, and every like what do you guys call them? Subdivisions, sub cities,
neighborhoods,
like West Loop,
usually.
River Loop.
Those are just
Neighborhoods.
neighborhoods. Yeah.
Neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like they all have their own personality,
Yes.
and it's amazing.
That is probably, I think, the coolest part about Chicago, because I don't
Yeah.
think other cities have they all have their own neighborhoods, but they're not as drastically different as.
It's like you're being dropped in a whole different part of the state every time.
Yeah.
There's
The
a lot.
architecture is different, the crowd's different, the music's different, the food's different, like everything. I just love it.
New York's pretty damn. Every borough is pretty damn
Fuck New
different.
York.
I feel.
Really?
Yeah, Brooklyn's drastically.
But
different
like
than-
Brooklyn's its own city.
Yeah, but I'm just
Brooklyn's
saying the five boroughs.
Brooklyn's got 1 million people in it.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think those are all like the boroughs are like 5 different cities, as opposed to Chicago. Like River North is not its own city.
Yeah, I get your
Yeah.
point, but they are different.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the 5 boroughs, for sure. I don't like. What did you talk about? Like, you just did like a bracket breakdown
on Mostly Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Well, Brandon was out, so we talked a little more college basketball because he's not the biggest college basketball guy in the world.
Yeah.
Talked about bracket strategies. Have you guys filled out your brackets yet this year?
Not
I
yet.
haven't even really looked at it yet.
Are you would you choose like what you think would happen, or are you trying to win a bracket pool?
Well, he's like a Rovell guy. He never does one.
That's not true. I do one every year.
It's a strong accusation.
Oh yeah. What the fuck? I will say, I fill one out every year. I'm in a bracket every year, but then like by the end of the first weekend, I still bet every game individually, so it's hard for me to like care about.
That's like the hardest thing of March Madness is you fill out a bracket and then that game actually comes on and you fade your pick.
It becomes conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't try to win the brackets pool, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, so like everyone's going to take UConn. Like it's UConn versus
Yeah.
So why not throw a flyer on? Because like we were comparing who has been picked to win in all these pools and what their odds were. Well, Purdue is a 1 seed and no one's picking them because they've had early exits. So if you want to win your bracket pool, maybe go with Purdue.
Yeah, I'm taking Purdue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think my logic here is that Virginia, after they got bounced by the 16 seed, they won the next year. So I think history will repeat itself.
I like that.
Purdue's winning.
I took Auburn. I think Auburn's going to win the whole thing.
I like Auburn too.
They're really good. I have them in my Final Four every time, and they beat the living fuck out of my Florida Gators.
So what do you think about, because Iowa State's in that bracket with UConn, right?
Yeah.
All like the smart people using math and graphs and shit, they always have UConn and Iowa State as like the high efficiency offensively and defensively. So I was like, in my head, I was like, I'm absolutely putting Iowa State in the Final Four until they're in that bracket. Now to win your bracket, you're basically saying you should take Iowa State.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I would say, in my opinion, UConn, I would take right now UConn over the field. Now, Titus said I was an idiot, and he said that if UConn loses, that there's been much bigger upsets than teams that good that have lost early. So he would not take the UConn versus the field bet. But I just think in every game they play, even against Iowa State, they will be heavy favorites leading all the way up until the Final Four.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be Final Four favorites as well. So.
And they killed everyone last year. They killed everyone.
Everyone thought they had a chance. Like, hey, we're done. Hey, whatever. They waxed everybody.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it this year, too.
Yeah. I feel like the one time they didn't do is when we were at DK and you bet them against Creighton.
Was that this year?
Yeah.
I bet them against Creighton.
So you had one of their one losses?
Yeah.
They got waxed, dude.
Yeah.
And then I had to get hit by a pitch. Hey, ChevyDriveChicago.com. The auto show may be over, but the best deals at your local Chevy dealer are still going. If it's time to buy a new car, your local Chevy dealer has something for you. The all-new Equinox, Trax, and Blazer are SUVs you'll want to test drive and drive often, giving everything from style to comfort, safety, and plenty of room. There's a Chevy SUV for you. Chief's loving his Blazer.
Yeah. It's great. And you know what else is nice? They'll send me a text, be like, "How's it going? Any issues?" You know, like they're just making sure that
customer service. I like
yeah,
makes you feel good.
Exactly. And I'm not a car guy, so I feel like things are not working. They're not obvious to me how it should work. All the little things, I find something new or I mess something up, and then they just, just do this. It's one little fix. So it's been a great experience. Can't speak highly enough about the people from Chevy Drive Chicago.
Yeah, so head to ChevyDriveChicago.com to learn more about these cars and find your local Chevy dealer today. It's that simple. You just go on that website, you see the whole fleet, you drive off. Shop, click, drive. It's nice. ChevyDriveChicago.com. Go do it. You know what I'm the most anti, though? Is the people who fill out multiple brackets and they're all different.
It's the same thing as like the fantasy football people.
Yeah.
Like, I got him on my team.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy, nice guy. He was super into March Madness, like was a Joe Lunardi type. Like he had his bracket weeks before the brackets were official. So he like considered himself like a bracketologist.
He's a Ken Palm.
Yeah, exactly. So he was a bracketologist, and then he had a pool, and it came the day, and we were like going like who's the, standings at the end, and he's like, I'm up there, and he had 4 brackets, all were different, drastically different.
That's crazy.
Like that's
Then
fine.
you don't get to take credit for being up there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Would you mind if he wasn't taking credit? If you're just like, hey, I need money, so I filled out 4 different brackets 4 different ways. But you can't be boasting.
Yeah, you
about
can't be the expert.
You can't. I'm okay if you want to oversaturate the market. Like I say yes to any pool. If you guys have a pool, I'm in. If they have a pool, I'm in. You can't make 8 brackets and then come in and say, you guys see Akron beat Creighton? Had it on my bracket.
Had it on 18% of my pools. Yep.
7 of 8 you had Creighton, but you had the upset in 1. So,
But like if you by chance do have a great year, you're going to clean up in every pool.
Yeah.
Like I remember that year, I had Louisville over Michigan, the Trey Burke, Russ Smith year, cleaned up in every pool. So like it just like kind of makes sense to be in like if you want to hit like bigger, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I don't want to reveal too much, but there's this one dork on YouTube, and he is fucking nails at these brackets, and I just copy his bracket every time. Like, I make my own. I'll make 2 of my own, and then I'll play his, and I've won money the last 3 years just tailing his brackets.
really,
Yeah.
I've been doing little favorites on the TikTok things I see. I'm like, oh, I don't want to forget this when I actually have to fill it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got you. Actually, it's interesting that you're in here today because I think you have a unique look at Justin Fields because we haven't really gotten the trade yet. We'll get into it more on our Thursday episode, but curious as an Ohio State guy where you stand on Justin.
Yeah, I mean, what did you guys seem like you're all in on Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah.
It took us a while to get there.
Took Chief forever.
Yeah, it did. I like Justin. I think he's going to do well in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah.
I think he'll be the starter by the end of the year.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy for them to say that Russell Wilson's already, got the job. But
they got him first. He's the veteran. But even if you were Pittsburgh management, you'd probably prefer it to have Justin be the guy.
I agree.
Yeah.
And how long do they get him for?
This year, and then they have to pick up his option.
Pick up his player option soon.
Yeah.
I assume they're not going to.
And just renegotiate. Yeah.
I mean, are you guys on the Caleb Williams train? I think the best thing you have going for you is that now you are getting a rookie quarterback for the long haul, and then you can build around him and everything. But are you on the I don't think Caleb Williams is that much better than Justin Fields. Crazy. Justin Fields is electric.
I think he sees the field better.
Aren't you worried about the diva aspect?
About the what?
The diva aspect.
Well, yeah, you have a very large contingency of two Chicago people who are like, hey, listen, the people smarter than me is saying that he's the best prospect in so many years. And then you got the other contingency being like, yeah, but he paints his nails and
I'm not even talking about like however he dresses.
He loves his mom and he hates losing. All right?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
I'm not even talking about him painting his nails or whatever. He just seems like, haven't there been instances in the past where he kind of just...
So there's been a lot of like
goes up.
There was a report that he wanted equity in whatever team was drafting, which is fucking insane. I don't even know if that's legal or not. But so there's been like little stories like that. My problem is I believe his dad is his agent. And I feel like any time where the dad is the agent, you're asking for trouble. That's my one big red flag.
That's Lamar Jackson. I think his mom's his agent. Or he represents himself, and he just got a fucking bag and won the MVP.
Yeah, and Roquan was his own agent, too.
I mean, like Drake said, if I'm going to give that 20% to anyone, I would rather give it to the people I fuck with.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drizzy.
And, I mean, look, like Caleb Williams, there's a reason why he's the number one overall prospect and Fields went 11. Like, Caleb Williams is fucking different.
Yeah.
You watch him play football, and that guy is not human.
I feel like his floor is what we've seen from Justin Fields.
Did you feel like you equipped Justin Fields with enough around him?
That's another thing going for Caleb though too is Caleb's walking into such a better situation.
Yeah,
I think Justin had more things this year than people are saying though. They got him DJ Moore. DJ Moore is a legitimate number one wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the fact of like he had nothing is a little crazy.
Right. I just know that. So when I saw him was when he was at Ohio State. That's when I really focused on him.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State equips their players with.
Yeah, they have.
We have the best of everything all around him. He was legit. I mean, he went back-to-back college football playoffs, won 20 games as a starter. He was elite. And so if you feel that he had what he needed to win in the NFL and he wasn't doing it, okay. But I know that the dude's fucking good.
He has flashes of being yes, he's very talented. He has flashes for sure. But at the end of the day, once you roll up a full sample size and you're facing on the barrel of someone who people are saying generational, it's kind of just like.
But we're also comparing Justin Fields at Ohio State versus Justin Fields in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
The best wide receiver core maybe ever in college.
Right.
And guys were open by 15 yards.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it with him at Ohio State. I really wanted him to be the guy.
Yeah, it's nothing
Did people
like.
love him? Like he had.
After 22, it was like, dude, we found our guy. Like I put a take out there. I get killed for it every day. People recycle the tweet that I thought he was going to be the number 2 QB in the NFC after this year.
Yeah,
I really did.
Like Jalen Hurts and him.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be right behind Jalen.
Yeah,
I really did.
In the NFC.
Yeah,
NFC. That's not as crazy. I think NFL.
No, NFC.
Are you buying into the fact? Did I see that it said like the Bears were helping him out with where they've sent him? Mm-hmm. They weren't looking for the best. Yes. If that's true, first of all, what are we doing?
Well,
we're all in professional sports here. Get what you can for him. You guys buy that?
I do buy it. So the report was that 4 different teams asked, and they were in talks with the Bears, and they ran it by Fields and his team.
Oh, wow.
And then you rejected 4 teams. So I don't. They haven't said who they are for what reasons, but like he wanted Pittsburgh. So
Pittsburgh's a perfect fit for him.
I agree.
think he's going to take over, and I think he's got a great coach, and I think that
he's got
Pittsburgh's going to
weapons
play
there.
defense.
Yep. They'll be able. They have an identity, and I think he'll be great there. But yeah, I don't have a problem with that either. I also think it's kind of, and maybe this is naive of me, but I can't remember his name right now. But he's known as Justin Fields' agent is known as like. He's like the new Drew Rosenhaus. He is like the power player agent in the NFL. And probably not a guy you want to be on his bad side with. So if you're like haggling, like, do we take a sixth and do right by the guy who did everything right here and put him in a good situation, stay on the right side of his agent? Or do we go for a third-round pick and send him to fucking Seattle for a third-round pick?
See, but I don't even think it got that extreme. Like, if we're talking like a sixth or a fifth, like then it's like, all right, like
Yeah, it's
just
negligent.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
cares? Yeah.
Is that the whole range that we were talking about was like fourth, fifth, sixth? I swear there was a time where people were
There
like,
was.
we want a one.
well, that would fucking Schefter put that.
Schefter
out
put
there.
that
and then
out,
he's like,
yeah.
oh, it turns out there's not a market. I was like, you fucking built that artificial market,
Right.
dude. You were the one that made us think that we were going to get number 8 from Atlanta.
I do think there's like an alternate universe in a different offseason where there weren't going to be 5 quarterbacks drafted in the first round, and then you don't have Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins become available. It's like supply and demand. Like there is enough other
Totally.
options where in a different, more normal year, maybe you do get a 1 for Fields, or maybe you get at least a 2, and that was just.
I
never
thought
gonna
y'all would
happen.
get at least a pair of threes minimum.
I thought so too, but it was
Probably
also like, this is the thing that no one's ever been able to explain to me. He didn't run the ball this past year like he did in 22, where he was so dynamic.
22
Like that
was
element of
crazy.
his game where he ran for 1,000 yards wasn't in the offense this year. So like, I don't know if it was him or what they were calling or what, but like you had less of those holy shit plays.
Yep.
Almost none of them actually in 23. Do you have a memorable Justin Fields play from 23? Because he like
Not like 22 for
like
sure.
there's
22, you had the 49ers one, the rain opening week. You had the ones against Miami,
Yep.
against
Cowboys.
Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
the Lions. Like he had these. It was like, oh, he's taking off. He's probably going to score a 60-yard touchdown right now.
He did peg his offensive lineman in the back of a head with a football.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Against
done that a few
Atlanta.
times.
Yeah. So there's so many like. I saw another thing where he was like the 58th ranked quarterback in the fourth quarter. So like when So like there's enough red flags there to be like, it's time. Even if you're just resetting the rookie pay scale clock, it's worth it to me.
I hear you. Do we know what the market on the first round pick would have been? Like the first overall pick? Because there's been times
Now
where
I don't trust anything because fucking Schefter told me a 1 Fields.
there's been times where people have given up fucking lots
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
that. And this is a generational core. I don't know. All I'm saying is moving to Chicago, I was really hoping that somehow Justin Fields is going to be the quarterback. They were going to trade the number 1 pick. Maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. will come here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you've got more than that too.
Chicago Buckeyes.
I
Yeah.
know. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
No, listen, I was like late weeks. I'm telling you, I was on that train. I was like, yeah, give me fucking 3 firsts,
Yes.
Yeah.
and we'll just build around Justin. Then like that Vikings game, and then he played okay in that Browns game, but then it kept going, and then finally, week 18 against the Packers broke me. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
If they beat the Packers,
it's probably it.
it might have switched.
I don't want to
Yeah.
talk too crazy,
But it's seriously though, because they looked so bad against the Packers and it left a sour taste in so many. It was kind of a civil war online,
Really?
between like the
bro, it still was. Like I
Yeah.
did my video on Saturday. People are like, you're a fucking idiot, and then some guys like, you fucking don't know ball. His 2023 season was better than his 2022. In what world are you going to tell me that? Because he had a couple hundred more passing yards. That
Crazy.
doesn't fucking
Yeah.
make right. Does that make sense to you in any
No.
way, shape, or form?
He like if you watch all of his starts, I was gonna say 18 games, but he didn't play. He only played 12
This
like
year?
that. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm ready to move on. There are red flags about Caleb. I'm elated that I don't love him the way that other people talk about.
Is that equity thing coming from him? Because that's the biggest red flag I've heard.
See, nobody
But
can
no one
confirm
knows.
any of
Yeah.
this shit. That's the
Right.
same thing with he didn't want to come to Chicago. He didn't want to do that. No one could confirm this shit.
All I know is that he can fucking sling it.
Yeah,
He can sling it, and now they have a team around him. I'm choosing to be optimistic that they're making the right decision here. It feels like they are.
And I know that you should watch college basketball in March at Dave & Buster's.
Yep.
Okay? Dave & Buster's is the place to watch basketball in March, like I said. 86% of American employees will spend at least some time at work keeping track of March Madness March basketball, not that, March basketball only. Stop pretending to work. Watch the games at Dave & Buster's. On March 21st, Dave & Buster's will have an all-day $5 happy hour to celebrate the first full day of games at participating locations only. Stop pretending to work. Come to Dave & Buster's on March 21st for all-day $5 happy hour and all-day basketball at participating locations. This sounds great, Smokes.
$2 beers for March basketball is unbelievable.
That's awesome.
That might be the best deal in the country.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get a $2 beer.
I haven't got a $2 beer since college.
Where'd you see that? I said $5 happy hour.
Right on the
Right
screen.
there.
Oh, it's
I
right
caught
there.
mine
Read.
too.
Smokes can
Damn.
read.
All right, look
Yeah.
at that.
the real
Why didn't they
stuff.
say that in the copy? You got to go to Dave & Buster's, March 21st. It's a no-brainer if you're not going to work. Go to Dave &
Probably the
Buster's.
only place where you can watch a buzz beater and then go around and hit one yourself on those Papa Shots.
All right, enough sports talk. Danny, what's going on with Kate Middleton?
You know what? All I know is that she really can't be found, and there's no evidence of her. And they're sending pictures. People are saying they've been altered. Said she was working on her photography career or something. I was gonna do a deeper dive on it today. Can I ask you what the hell is going on with Kate Middleton?
I got one more question for Smokes on St. Patrick's Day. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
You posted your
I was
screenshot
kidding.
of your text. I know you were.
To be clear, I was surprised I got a serious question, a serious answer out of Danny.
I'm very serious. Like I said, I was planning on doing a wormhole
I don't
to
know.
it today.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You posted a screenshot of your text from that girl.
Yes.
Did you get in trouble for that? Did you get shit for that from that girl?
No.
Do you want to talk? You want to read the text?
I'll read it.
Have you seen this text?
Yeah, we talked about it on the free swim.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see.
Coming out tomorrow.
Give me 1 second to find it.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay. Got a 4-leaf clover on my nail so you could remember how lucky you are when it's wrapped around your dick. And I just said LMFAO.
We need to include her emoji at the end, which is
Yeah, the
I was
little.
happy about it.
Yeah, no, she was thrilled about it. She did a great job. She lived up to.
So it happened. She was a woman of her word.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Good.
I was looking at that thing honestly a lot this weekend.
When did you bail out on St. Patrick's Day? What time?
I got home at 1 a.m.
Oh, that's a fucking sprint.
that's
Yeah.
also the same finger you're going to be putting a ring on.
No.
It looked like a right hand. Smokes put it on the
Absolutely
left.
not.
Yeah.
I am not getting married for a very long time.
Hey, Smokes, we know.
Yeah. Like I don't
Hey, promise ring.
I don't know how to describe being 24 in this city to anyone. It's just the best time of your life.
We lived
like this shits on college. Shits on college.
I've
in my
always said
opinion.
that.
Early adult
20,
yeah,
20
just-
I wasn't making any money at 24, but I would say like 26 to 30 is like
it's amazing.
the best time.
Who's your like go-to guy from the office to go out with?
It's a great question. Probably White Boy Rick, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Stunned by that answer.
Me, White Boy Rick, Paige. She's not a
Yeah,
guy, but
she's-
I love her.
Yeah.
She's a good friend of mine. And yeah, probably those two. I probably hang out with the most outside of the office.
That's the squad.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is not what I would have guessed. I don't know if I had a guess, but I would not have. You probably could have given me 15 tries before I landed on White Boy Rick.
Who would you have thought?
I feel like Spider is a rambunctious guy who
He doesn't go out.
No,
Nah, Spider's not a.
And mind you, they're close in age. White Boy Rick's 23.
that's true. Yeah,
Like, there's a lot of.
Thought maybe you and McCarthy were
older-ish-
throwing.
yeah,
people
maybe
too.
McCarthy, I hang out with
Yeah.
McCarthy too. Yep. But there's a lot of young 30s, late 20 people here. There's not many mid 20s.
yeah. You're right.
Like I hang out with Conrad, but it's kind of like he pops up once a month.
Yeah, that's
You know, like you guys are older. You have to pick your spots. Like I hang out with
Yeah.
you and Dave, but I'm not gonna ask you guys to go rage with me on Saturday night. Like that's just not your thing.
I'll do. How about this? Instead of a St. Patrick's Day every quarter, I'll do a Nicky Smokes Day every quarter.
Yes.
I'll do-
Okay. Yes.
I'll do.
Hey, let me tell you, Nick.
I'll do one.
He's not gonna fall through.
No, I'll do one a quarter.
No, you won't.
One every. 3
Who are
months?
you to say that?
I know you won't. Will he follow through on that?
We'd have to remind him like 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
You will
if
not.
you put it on the calendar, hey, it's April 28th. It's each day.
But what's the
Each
terms?
day? Okay.
Will
What do
you,
you mean?
you start to finish? Like, what's the
I
terms?
might not participate in all of his.
If you're just
activities.
walking in for a beer and doing a Grandpa Simpson, that
No,
don't
we're not.
fucking count.
No.
When I'm out, I'm out.
We have to be in the same Uber home. Like that's a
Yeah, see, not gonna happen.
Same Uber home.
We'll call it at the same time.
All right.
What, he's got a shamrock on his finger? What are you going home with him for, dude?
No, just so I know that he completed the night. He can't.
No, I think the night ends at like 12:01.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'll do 12:01.
All right.
Yeah. Everything closed at.
This guy hasn't left the northwest side in the decade
See,
side of a
no,
decade.
you're full of shit. You're acting like you'll do that. I guarantee you.
He and I've already been out with Smokes. It was day drinking,
What, you
but we
played
went out.
pickleball?
No,
we watched soccer.
We started drinking at 9 a.m.
And how long was he there for?
Noon.
He outlasted me.
Yeah. How about that? I
had
don't
to
go
take
out.
care of the princess.
Yeah.
So, I had to leave early, but
I don't go out often, but once I go out, I'm out. I stay out.
yeah. No, Chief could drink.
Yeah.
Why don't, like I said, give me one day. I get to take all the boys out, and we'll see how it
Yeah.
goes.
St. Nick's Day. That's what we'll do. We'll do St. Nick's Day.
What is
I like
it?
that.
December what?
I'm actually gonna make that a video.
All right, let's
video.
do St. Nick's Day.
St. Nick's Day.
Yeah.
All right, this is the most anticipated party 9 months from now.
No, we're not going to do it on actual St. Nick's Day.
I think we should.
No, we'll do the next quarter. Instead of we have St. Patrick's Day, then the next one in June will be St. Nick's Day.
Yep.
I'll do a vlog with you similar to that, but it's like the movie Yes Man. I have to say yes to what you do as long as you also do it.
See, I do not sign up for that.
Okay. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
I'm up in the ante.
Yeah.
I can't wait. St. Nick's Day. We
St. Nick's Day
we
is
might
a
make
good
this like
idea.
a national holiday. For
You
the
should
entire
take over St. Nick's Day. Are you like what's your vibe really? You go out
Right
much?
now?
Like are you?
I'm in my like beer era. Like
Yeah,
I'm done with my taking shots and staying out till 1:00,000. But there's nothing better than getting to a bar,
Yeah.
sitting there watching football all day, drinking beers.
How old are you?
31.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, all right.
yeah.
So you're with us.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Back 9.
Yes. Not in the Nicky Smokes camp.
Right.
I'm on like hole 7 right now.
Oh, I think you're on like hole 3.
Yes.
How old are you, Smokes?
I love this game, dog. 24.
24. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Chief, you said it, but like 24 to like 28 is like
Prime.
25, 28 is like the sweet spot of life,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Because it's like you're not as big of an idiot as you were.
Yep.
You have a little bit of money, and you're totally independent.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Remember that when
That's the best.
Yeah. That is the and like. I also like when you turn 22 and you enter the real world, girls look at you, at least in my experience, like you're 12 again.
Yes.
Like they have no interest in you. And you get to 26, 27,
Yes.
girls
bro.
are you can
They're
date
all
you can
ears,
date
bro.
older, you can date a little
Yep.
younger. You're in a
Yep.
that's a
Preach,
great
brother,
time.
preach.
My brother's 27 right now. He's enjoying his first
And
Chicago
it's
year
funny you
too.
say that because when I was 18, I would make fun of all my boys that were older. I'm like, yeah, you guys are just old as fuck, blah, blah, blah. They're like, bro, no, we're not old. So now that I'm 24, I was tripping at 18. Like 24 is prime.
Yeah.
Because you could get the older girls, you get the older moms, you could get the girls your age, and you could even dip your finger into like the 21, 22-year-old for the night.
Sure can.
You get everything, and they don't look down on you. Like
Dip
when
your
you
finger into it.
when you're a 21-year-old male, like it's hard to go try to snag that 27, 28-year-old girl.
You're a 15 seed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But now you're 24. It's like the 5 playing the 12. Like that
Yep.
shit could fucking happen.
Definitely.
You
Great.
just got to play a good game.
Giving girls the colonoscopy over
I try not to do that.
there. Keyword try.
Come on.
I stick to one hole and one hole only.
Damn.
Damn.
Actually, no, that's cap.
2.
Yeah, that's,
You're fucking. Oh man. Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's all right. No, you're good, Nick. You're good. This is why you're here to talk about your escapades.
It is what it is.
You missed.
I'm actually really looking forward to St. Nick's Day in June. Let's go.
It should be
Yeah.
the opposite of whatever a saint is.
Oh, it will be. Trust me.
Devil Day,
Devil, yeah.
And Demon
Yeah.
Nick.
Demon Day.
Demon
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Demon time.
Saint, nah, I don't know. That's just Satan next day.
No,
Satan next day.
no.
Satanist.
I don't-
Satanist.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the devil. Let's
Satanist
leave it as
next day.
Saint Nick's Day.
Yeah, you got a Bible in your.
I got a Bible on my nightstand.
Agnostic next day.
I might not make the best decisions. I try to.
You've been listening to that devil shoulder for a while. Shoulder devil.
Only on Fridays and Saturdays.
What's the worst decision you ever made?
What's the worst decision you've made since you've lived here?
Oh, shit. That's a great question.
It's a hard one.
Find a plug. Like, I should have just never found a plug.
Okay. Good
That's
one.
part one. I'm think of another one. Worst decision.
We are live, Nick.
Don't bother me. People know who I am. I know who I am.
Thank you, Lance.
Yeah.
Worst decision.
Park in my spot.
Oh.
That's up there. That's up there.
Why?
feel like
What were
you
the
haven't-
repercussions?
Have you gotten in trouble yet?
No,
No, I feel like you haven't.
I've been good.
Yeah. No, I mean like Portnoy trouble.
Oh, I got destroyed one time.
By
But
Dave?
it was off the record, so I'm not saying
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
because I don't want anything to like come out. But yeah, he ripped me.
Gotcha.
On it. I felt like this.
Was it a phone call?
It was.
It was a nice text message.
Oh, fuck.
Simply put.
Okay.
Have you guys gotten the treatment before?
Well,
Eddie, you had a whole.
yeah, but as like far as like really, he never really got mad at me on that show or anything. He like that was serious to a serious level, I
Yeah.
should say. One time he called me and was mad about it was like a promo we were doing and we hadn't posted it yet, but it was just like a quick like post it, wake up, like what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then another time, probably last summer, where that he was mad at something that similar to Nick's I can't bring up.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but nothing like.
Yeah, it was
You
like
saw like the Taylor and Will freak out. We haven't had anything.
neither were public, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
like that. Whatever.
I'll never forget the first time I heard Dave freak out on someone. It was when Mincy fucked up surviving Barstool. I literally wrote a blog that day saying I never want to be on the other end of that. Like, I wanted to laugh so bad, but I was also so petrified to even breathe that I just took it straight to the blog. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Like, I never want to do this. And then I think 2 weeks later, I got a text and he just like fucking reamed me. But
I assume you have not yet.
No, I've only heard from him when he DM'd me and asked me if I want to go full time, and then we started exchanging texts on the free throw night. But other than that, I know he's coming here Thursday.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
You strike me as a guy who is smart enough to not get in trouble.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah.
A little calculated.
Because like that was like.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Did you, when this happens, did you have an inkling until you saw it on your phone?
No.
No.
Definitely one of
You
them,
didn't
no.
know you fucked up.
oh,
No.
I
It
know.
was one of those things where it's like as soon as he said it, that I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, all right.
One
Yeah,
of them was
like-
basically like he just wanted it out sooner. It was we did like a Bears promo for a competing sports book he used to work with, and it was like he's like, oh, well, why haven't you guys posted it yet? And then like I was like, oh, we were waiting to, like till more of a prime time. He's like, no fucking prime time. Post it now. Post
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean? And it was just like, all right, fine. Like,
Yeah,
we'll
but
post
he
it.
did love
Wrong.
that video.
Yeah, he loved the video.
Yeah.
He's like, it's great. Put it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like whatever, you know. So it wasn't like it was so minuscule that like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You guys didn't have a back and forth with him then, did you? Like
No,
Brandon
no.
was trying to tell me, he's like, he'll respect
Yeah, he
respect
does.
if you yell at him back.
Yeah, we've had like very, I don't know. We've had like that. I'm thinking of like the March Madness.
Oh, like I've argued with him before,
Yeah,
for
we
sure,
are-
but
yeah.
nothing like I'm saying like a serious blow up. You know when those are where it's like you
Right.
pick your spot.
Yeah.
Put your
Like, if you're bullshitting about college football, like, yeah, clap back.
Yeah.
Like, he came here for a stream, and I'm a Dolphins fan. He was a Patriots fan. I was in his fucking teeth the whole game.
Yeah, he loves that.
Yeah, but, like, if you fuck up and it's clear as day you fucked up.
yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
those were the two times where it's like all right, like
Yeah.
sure, like,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of it. All right then, we gotta wrap this up. Tate, thanks for joining.
I got a good review for you guys. I got one guy who's been showing me around Chicago. I know one person.
Okay.
I texted him. I said, hey, I'm going on the mid show. And his response was, the mid show is one of my favorite shows.
Oh, I love that.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
tell him
Shout
thank
out
you.
to that
Shout out.
guy. Appreciate that guy. Smokes, thank you.
As always, thank
You
you.
wild boy.
Someone's got to live.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. You're right, Dan.
I like being able to live vicariously through Smokes.
Is it-
Like he got that text message. I'm like, good for Smokes. Good for Smokes.
There's a new foul boy in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foul boy. Foul.
Yeah, because our foul boy is neutered.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
He is.
neutered?
White Sox Dave. He used to
You got
be.
the vasectomy?
No. No, he's out of his prime. So he used to be like the number one. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like I used to go out with Dave like quite a bit, and then we started working together, and I stopped doing that as much. But he is like that's kind of slander that he said I won't do it. Slander.
I just don't think you'll remember.
Yeah, I don't think you'll
you're not
remember.
going to
I
mark
think
the date yourself.
If
Yeah,
Nick
like
is like, hey, we're going out,
but that's Nick doing it.
Yeah, you'll be busy and you'll be like, oh, I got something this night. Or
provided that I'm not out of town or at a wedding, we can plan it out where I will participate and say Nick.
There's a Barada convention.
I'll probably be
He's
sick.
talking all this shit. You better show up too.
Yeah, he won't show
I
up.
didn't make that commitment.
I was gonna say the one thing Eddie said is that he wouldn't do it. It can't turn into like, well, Eddie, you better be there too.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
that's
Eddie will not be there.
No.
Eddie will not be there.
Okay.
No.
I will. I'm gonna
All
have
right,
fun.
perfect.
Yep.
All right, then. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you Thursday.
St. Nick's Day. That shit's